Okay guys, it's kind of a breezy night out. I saw a raccoon in my yard earlier, which is the first time I've ever seen a raccoon back here. I've seen possums and rabbits, but never raccoon. Got my setup. Here's my stove. I got these little lightning bugs, I think is what they're called. Just a natural tinder, found at REI. Got my Mora, just for feather sticks or something. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's there. There's my little fire kit and my little wood prep devices I saw on my axe. I got some wood prepped over here. We're gonna get our inaugural burn on the packaflame ammo can stove. Let's do it. Cedar shavings. I'm gonna start out with just one of these lightning bugs. Just gonna use a little Bic tonight to get it going. And maybe my little pocket bellows if need be. Alright, let's see what happens here. There we go. Come on. Maybe just a little too windy out there. Last time I used these little lightning bug fire starters, I couldn't quite figure it out. I almost felt like I needed to like break them up a little bit, which is why I broke up that edge, but seems like it's catching okay. Burning slow, building a flame, so hopefully this works. Make sure you remember that when you're doing this, when you're firing this up for the first time, it's burning the paint off of itself, and there's going to be some pretty toxic, yucky fumes. So make sure you keep it in a well ventilated area, as per usual for a wood stove, but even more so in this case. And you don't necessarily need to hang around it the whole time it's burning off like that. Once I get this stoked up and going real good, I'm just going to leave it alone for a bit. Alright, that's going pretty good. I'm going to close the door, adjust the draft damper business, and see what it can do. Oh, it's stinky. It seems to be working, but the paint is stinky. Alright, it's been going for a good half an hour. I think I put a little bit of wood in there. I think I'm going to put a little bit more in. And got to run some errands and do some other stuff. I have a feeling that, you know, I could burn this thing for 5 hours and still maybe not get all the paint off. So it may take several burns. But I did at least want to document this inaugural burn here. Flame jump out of the top there. I think that's the afterburner effect. It's burning really good right now. Got some nice coals. You can see on the side there the paint is starting to bubble off. And that's ultimately what you want. I'm gonna stoke this up with a little bit more wood, but it's about my bedtime now. So I'll let it burn down, and then after I soak it up, I'll let it burn down with that final load. And then tomorrow we'll come check it out, see how it is. But I have a feeling I'm gonna need to do several more burns before this thing is ready to have that high temperature black grill style paint applied. But yeah, so far, pretty awesome little stove. All right, now I feel like I've got all the paint burned off, but the outside is kind of dusty and there's some paint chips that I want to scrub off here. So I'm going to disassemble it a little bit and then scrub it with a wire brush. All right, so my plan is to just hit the outside of this with a little bit of this high heat Rust-Oleum. It's just a black, I think, matte paint, just to give it some protection, give it kind of a uniform look. I'm not gonna mess with the inside. The inside just is what it is, and it shouldn't have any issues, but this will kind of help weatherproof the whole thing too, protect it a little bit from rust. All right, that is it. We're gonna let that thing dry up real good, and then maybe in 24 hours or something we'll light it up and see how it does. I've got my new stovepipe over here. I've tried that exactly once and it worked real good. No smoke leaking out or anything. Didn't seem to get too terribly hot, but it did get hot. I'm definitely gonna wanna use some sort of stove jack with it to protect my tent and my life. All right, check back in with you later when we fire this up again.